Hello, everyone. This is Calvin Russell, CEO and founder of 850 Club Credit. Hope everyone's doing well today. Today, we're going to talk to you guys about what happens to your credit card when you don't use it. All right, let's go straight into it. So, typically, when you don't use your credit card, of course, the number one thing that people expect them to do is close the account. But usually, they don't do that right off the bat. A lot of companies are usually generous and they do little things that just try to get your attention. It's illegal to say, hey, use your card, right? But they could do other things that can make you, second guess and use your card a little bit more frequently than what you're using it before. Typically, what's been on the rise is going to be credit limit decreases. So you may have a credit card and it could be just a regular revolving credit card with a major bank for individual purposes. It could be a business credit card. It could also be, we've seen this also obviously with retail companies as well too, because they know that you're not going to buy a couch every year, okay? But they want to send you flyers and say, hey, we sell other things outside of couches. Come on back, 0% for 24 months and blah, blah, blah. So to get your attention, number one, they're going to usually adjust they're usually going to make some type of adjustment to your credit limit. And then, of course, sometimes I've even seen the other side. It's like, hey, let's give you a credit limit increase, because something's coming up. They're looking at your buying patterns, especially if you buy things that are like recurring. I won't say recurring, but things that you would buy, every now and then. For example, if you have a jewelry account and they know that Mother's Day is coming up or someone's birthday, the anniversary, they're looking at these dates. They're looking at your purchase history, and it's not by coincidence. And they're saying, hey, here's a credit limit increase, and we want you to use more of your card. Use your card again. We have this coming up and all the rest of these things, right? So that's number one. Is going to be a credit limit adjustment, and they can be, those usually are decreases, but I've seen increases as well to get your attention. The second one is going to obviously be closing the accounts. This is obviously not fun. Usually you'll get something in the mail, but the problem is, again, some banks don't send anything out prior to. They simply just want you to use the credit card sometimes 2 to 4 times a year. I always tell people, put things on auto pay, man. Put things on the smallest recurring bill that you have. It could be anything. Ring doorbells $3 a month. Some people, you put that on there. Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, Spotify. You guys know these companies. Whatever one works best for you, and put it on auto pay. That way, you're not looking for an additional bill. You're using it every single month. You're paying it on time. You got it on auto pay. All of these things are factors, and that's going to help you. But if you don't do that, they could potentially close out that credit card. Number 3, changing your card terms. This is rare, simply because they obviously got to send over an agreement sometimes. But sometimes, depending on the bank, the credit card, just those terms just don't exist anymore, and they can change certain things on you. Those are, usually rare because some states don't allow that. So you're you'll rarely see those type of situations. And then obviously, you have to double check too if you have authorized users on these accounts, because that's going to affect them too. I've seen people all the time get random score drops, and they had no idea, where it came from. And they were usually authorized users, and they got removed from the account. Equifax does that, especially when you're authorized user and you get removed. They remove the entire history from your credit report. TransUnion and Experian don't do that. Why? I'm not sure if it's a pro or a con per se, but Equifax feels, hey, this is not your card. Which means this is not your history. And even if you were using the credit card, if you're removed, if the account is closed, we're going to remove this from your credit report. Usually they only do that if the account is open and then you've been added to it as an authorized user. But other than that, if it's usually closed, they usually try their best not to take that history away, because you still have that 7-year rule of the history supposed to be staying on your credit report. So those are usually the top 3 things that can happen if you don't use your credit card. But of course, every company may be a little bit different. So reach out to them and just find out, how many times are you guys looking for me to use this card? What's the minimum amount of swipes you're looking for per year? I don't want to get this card closed. I like my limit. The limit increases you really can't control much. Sometimes it's just based on the economy. Sometimes it's based on the company. If they're not doing well, they don't want to extend too much credit out, especially if things are not looking the best for them. So, but those are usually the top things that you're going to see if you're not using your credit card a certain amount of way. But again, you can always call customer service and find out exactly what you need to be doing. All right, guys. So of course, if you like this video, like it. If you want to share it, share it. And as always, be sure to subscribe, as we got nothing but great content on the way. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.